Did you know that a lot of single action revolvers out there actually have a safety feature, much like a hammer or a firing pin block? Heck, you may even own some single action revolvers and never knew such a thing existed. So today, let's talk real quickly about the cylinder base pin safety features on some single action revolvers. Hey crew, it's Chris with CloverTac and welcome back to the channel. Now today I'm going to be using two different revolvers to kind of show two different yet similar examples of how these safety features work. Now prior to filming, of course, both of these revolvers have been safety checked and cleared, so we're ready to go. Now before we jump off into the specifics of these safety features and how they work, some of you out there may be wondering what a cylinder base pin actually is. Really simple. If you look at a single action revolver, honestly any revolver, you've got a pin that runs through the frame, the cylinder, and then of course the rear of the frame. This pin holds the cylinder in the frame. It allows it to stay centered in the frame, and it also allows it to rotate. Now the first example we're going to look at is this Army Jaeger single action revolver of mine. Again, everything's been safety checked. I want to put it into the full cock position so we can kind of look down in the action and look at the hammer. What we're going to notice here is one side of the hammer down low is kind of notched out. We'll also notice as the cylinder pin comes through the rear of the frame, one side of that cylinder pin is higher than the other side. Now, in order to enable the safety on this thing, the first thing we've got to do is pull the hammer back slowly until we get that first click, like so. From there, we have a springed little detent button here. What that does is that keeps the cylinder base pin from falling out, keeps it secured, and you'll simply push in on that as you rotate the cylinder base pin. And once we do that, you may notice that the hammer is not able to go all the way forward. Subsequently, the firing pin on the hammer is not able to go all the way forward, meaning it's not going to be able to make contact with the primer on a live round in the cylinder, and therefore that safety is engaged. If you're new to the channel here on CloverTac, we talk about all things firearm related. So if you're into that sort of thing, jump down and smash that subscribe button below. While you're down there, if you want to stay up to date on all the new content, well, go ahead and click that notification bell as well. Now let's take a look at the Uberti single action revolver here. Same thing, going to pull it back into full cock. Look down inside here. Right away we notice the design a lot different than that Army Jaeger. We don't have a notched out portion on the hammer, and we don't have two different levels or a notched out part on that cylinder base pin. Everything there is flush, but there is a channel there, and that base pin is actually able to move back and forth through the back side of the frame. Now the process for enabling this safety on this Uberti revolver, a little bit more involved than that of that Army Jaeger. First thing we want to do again is go to that first click position like so. And then from there, if we flip it up, we'll notice that we've got a set screw here on the frame. Now that set screw obviously secures the cylinder base pin. You're simply going to back off on that just the slightest little bit and then push the cylinder base pin back, lock that screw back into place. And what that's going to do is that's going to push that base pin back against that hammer, keeping the hammer, again, subsequently the firing pin as well, from coming all the way forward and striking the primer on a live round in the cylinder. A quick question of the day for everybody out there that might own a single action revolver that has a little bit different cylinder base pin safety design than these. If you own something that's a little bit different, by all means, please jump down in the comments below and let us know. And there you go, crew, a quick look at the cylinder base pin style safety that's out there and available on a lot of different single action revolvers. Something that quite a few people, I'm sure, know absolutely nothing about. And of course, the process on how you can enable that if you so choose. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for watching. And until next time, don't forget to chain fire freedom.